here to help you.
Get off of me!
Tell him I want the broad back here alive.
Jump it!
Hey, this is Matt once again with a bet to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Alex. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Like I said, it could be a review, re-review, commentary, reaction, topic, ranking, whatever, random, whatever. Oh, can I say whatever 18 million times? Okay, we'll go for the record. But before we do that, let's talk about Action U.S.A. from 1988 or something. I mean, this is one of those films that I did not grow up with. I didn't even know was a thing until maybe 5 years ago, where I was just looking up movies and never saw the film, but I saw the cover, where it's a guy, you know, on fire, fallen. I'm like, Action USA, that's definitely a striking title. And I think at the time it was only on VHS, and it probably was uploaded on YouTube, but I just never bothered watching it, because I'm like, I don't know, maybe one day I'll get to it. But I know it does have a Blu-ray release. I want to say Vinegar Syndrome, I could be wrong. And it got, I guess it's got a bit of a cult following nowadays. I will admit it was fun for what it was. I wouldn't call it an underrated gem. I wouldn't call it a favorite of mine. Actually, what does it have? It has like a 6.0 on IMDb, which, I mean, I like the film, but there's other films I like more than this. I mean, if I'm talking about action films that I feel underrated, or action films that I think are gems, or action films I wish would get more play, 1989. Not 88, 1989. Yeah, 6 out of 10 IMDb. Directed by Hollywood stuntman John Stewart. And he worked on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV series. Released as Above the Law in the Philippines in March 1989. Type of escapist fun that passed drive-in theaters as recently as a decade ago, but is now without a natural home. Vinegar Syndrome. There you go. Now, when I say that, the underrated action gems I grew up with were plentiful, whether it be The Taker of Beverly Hills. The Taker of Beverly Hills with Ken Wall, I think, deserves a bit more rediscovery. I love The Taker of Beverly Hills with Ken Wall. Great soundtrack. Some cool action scenes with flamethrowers, Molotov cocktails. You touchdown, asshole! I'm not playing defense anymore. Live Wire or Pierce Brosnan, where the bad guy makes this liquid that when people drink it, it makes them a literal walking time bomb. This is before Pierce Brosnan did GoldenEye, and I think that's an underrated action film. Cuffs with Christian Slater, that's a fun movie. Has a bit of action in it. Bit of a like Ferris Bueller action combination. It's almost like a softer Deadpool before Deadpool. Evelyn to Kill, Richard Grieco, I think that's a fun action movie. So I mean, it goes on, but I will say this movie, the plot is nothing to run home about. It's pretty much these two FBI guys. They protect this woman who these bad guys want to try and find these diamonds. But it does, every 10-15 minutes it goes, you know what, we need an action scene, and the stunt sequences are fairly good. If you like action, if you like stunt scenes, this is definitely at least worth a watch. Now, I will say that the acting is not the best. The acting is not the highest quality. I will say that. I forget who the hell the two guys are. Gregory Scott Cummins and William Hubbard Knight are the two FBI guys. They're serviceable, but it's hard to call them good. They're serviceable. There's a certain charm to it. This definitely has a B-movie charm. I mean, when the beginning... And I love when stuntmen, for the most part, when they do action films, because they try to impress. As I'm crossing my legs to get more comfortable. They do try to impress the hell out of you. And while it may not have the most depth of story or the most deep of characterizations, they try to give you your bang for your buck. For example, Universal Soldier: The Return with John Van Damme and Michael J. White, a film I do enjoy. And, you know, I think that film deserves that B-movie. That's why I don't get, like, if you didn't like this film, I don't get why people hate a film like Universal Soldier: The Return, which is also a stunt man that said, I'm just going to have a lot of stunts, action, fight scenes, shootouts, you know, I think Megadeth. I mean, what's the difference then? And there you get Michael J. White and John Van Damme having fun. So, like, I would put that for me above this film. But at the same time, it's hard to hate on a movie where at the beginning you have this 1969 Chevy Stingray cruising down, and you get some nice camera work, and the camera's like in love with the cars. Really nice looking car. And almost immediately you have a couple making out, and you see a little bit of titties, and these dudes want some diamonds. And you get some B-movie charm or fun where one of the goons like, shut up, bitch. And they fucking smacks her in the face, and she's fucking bleeding from fucking nose and mouth. I mean, shit. That's the way you start off your film. So they take the boyfriend, and they take him to a helicopter. And it's a real helicopter going through downtown, and the guy is really hanging off for dear life. And I guess the bad guys slip, and then the guy falls. It's a real person. It's not a manatee. It's not a dummy. And I give credit to the stunt people. He just dropped to the water. And thankfully, it's a movie that a lot of people know where people are at. So the girl just knew where he was and picked him up. And then you did a pretty fun car chase. You know, some nice looking shots, like POV shots of the car doing these fast turns. Like from the car point of view. A lot of things crash and burn and flip, and there's a bit where there's a turn and the lady almost falls out of the damn car. One jumps over a school bus and the other like crashes through this. I find it funny that you look at the people in the school bus, which I don't think some of them were even kids. Some of them looked as old as me. They're like laughing and like, you know, I'm like, yay, this car almost killed us. If it smashed through the damn bus, we'd be dead, so let's laugh about it. So I don't know, maybe the direction wasn't really on point with that, with, yeah, you guys supposed to be scared, this car could have killed you. But they're reacting to, wow, what a cool stunt. I did laugh with the way the one goon's like, eat lead, fucker, and it shoots the boyfriend. You get these squibs. Isn't it sad that a low-budget movie like this has, A, some pretty decent practical stunts, and B, actual squibs? So just, it's 89, so you don't have the CGI, but, you know, nowadays, CGI blood. I'm like, these guys could do squibs? And it's not like they had a fuck ton of budget. And that's where, when they release another, you get these two FBI guys that find the girl, Gregory Scott Cummins and William Hubbard Knight. I think Gregory Scott Cummins, he was in this film, I believe, called Hack-O-Lantern. Like one of those heavy metal horror films. And the other guy I don't know. But one's white, one's black. And you do get some weird choices. Like, for example, the goons, they think they know where these diamonds are after they killed his boyfriend. You think they would kill him after they get the diamonds, just in case, but no. They open up a locker. It's a message on a jockstrap that says, "Eat me." Now, if you can name me one other goddamn film that has a message on a jockstrap, you win something, a cookie or something. Guys, I think this is the only damn movie, let alone the only damn action movie that has a jockstrap with a message on it. Let alone saying, "Eat me." Eat my dick. Now the bad guys, you have Cameron Mitchell, which is weird because he's a bad guy, but pretty much he's kind of in a place partying with girls, but he never gets on the action, and he doesn't get killed off. So he's maybe I missed something and he did, but as far as I know, Cameron Mitchell's character is still alive by the end of this movie. It's kind of like he's a bad guy. He kind of orders people around on a phone. Again, maybe I missed something. I could have, but he kind of again, either in a hot tub with some women or on a phone, and then he disappears. And then you got Ross Hayden as Drago. Yeah, not Ivan Drago, but Drago. And then you have a guy who is a surprise bad guy, but considering who the actor is, I'm not too surprised. It's William Smith. William Smith, if you don't know, he played Conan's dad at the very beginning of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan the Barbarian. He had a small role in Maniac Cop. And William Smith, he's the guy who had the big fight with Clint Eastwood and Any Which Way You Can at the end of that film. I think he's passed away, sadly, but he was in quite a bit of stuff. Even got to star in a couple movies. But the movie was entertaining enough. I do wish the two lead actors had a bit more charm or a bit more charisma, or hell, were just more known actors. They said they were serviceable. I could deal with them, but at the same time, I can't say. I have to say it. Even the two cops, the samurai cop, kind of had a bit more charm to them, in a bad way, that is. Like, those two guys, if those two guys starred in this movie, I think that would have been the cream of the crop. That's what this should have been. This should have been Samurai Cop 2. Take the same movie, the same stunts, but it's these two guys and they're FBI agents for some reason now. There you go. Get the Samurai Cop team where, you know, they can be asked again about if your dick's big enough and, you know, why are you going under? Because I'm an undercover cop. Now, if you put those two guys in here, I mean, I think you'd have even more of a winner. But only it would actually have good action scenes and stunts. I kind of wish that was the case now retroactively, but it is what it is. But I said the two guys, and they're there. I mean, they're there. Sorry, Deanna, dealing with my sickness, so I do apologize for that. But I was going to say, at least this movie knows well enough that if you go in for an action film, at least have some action, a good amount of action scenes that keep the audience interested, and they can at least enjoy it in that fashion. And you have this one funny scene where they're in this hotel room trying to protect this lady, And the lady's like, oh, let me open up the window. And the FBI's like, no, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be in secret, incognito? Oh, what's the big deal? As soon as she opens it, there's a bad guy there jumping through the window to grab her. I guess they don't shoot her because they need her for information, but... Now, I don't know what the hell he was going to do, because I guess he didn't know there were two FBI guys who didn't just shoot him, but... I guess maybe he thought he was invisible, or he thought he could fly, but he was wrong on both occasions. I don't know. And what's funny is that 10 minutes later, they're at a place, and it's like, the girl says, you guys have to relax, enjoy. Lady, 10 minutes ago, you just had a guy jump through a window at you, they shot the shit out of him, and his dead body fell on you, and his blood got all over your mouth, your face, and your hair. And then 10 minutes later in the film, you're like, you guys need to relax. How are you relaxed, lady? Did you get some fucking... Did you take some fucking pill? I don't know what fucking pill you took. And you get some car chases, some jumps over gaps as if it's an episode of Dukes of Hazzard, shootouts. Of course, you did a fight in a country bar where the one black guy does a bit of racism, and you did a bar fight. Granted, these guys can't fight, and so they pretty much get their asses kicked. And during this bar fight, the girl who's supposed to be, you know, incognito is up there singing the fucking song. So I'm like, what the fuck is this deal, lady? Are you? I guess she just wanted to die and she doesn't want to admit it. Intentional suicide, isn't it? Well, is that kind of redundant? I don't know. I don't know what her fucking problem is. And it's kind of the random stuff, like the one FBI is looking for the girl and goes in his bathroom, and he hears, I guess, what he thinks is a scuffle, and opens it. It's a guy with a girl, and her tits are out, and the guy's like, wait your turn, asshole. It's like, hey, we gotta get some titties in there. There's some titties. They're titties. They're nice titties, too. We got titties. I'm down for titties. Titties. So, I did find it interesting. It gets to a point where the lead guy gets caught, and it's the black guy and the girl that's trying to find him, and they get to be part of an action scene. In particular, they're being chased by the bat, or one's chasing the other, and as they're doing this chase, like, all other pedestrians, like, crash their car everywhere. There's one pedestrian crashes a car right through a fucking house. Then he apologizes. He drives away. As soon as he drives away, the whole fucking house explodes. I don't know why the house explodes. I don't know if this family just kept a big old box of TNT dynamite, or someone let out a really powerful fart. I don't know. Or, I don't know how this works. Like, they're going through this, and it almost looked like the one pedestrian, he just said, fuck it, I'm going to crash my car. I don't know, maybe he needed to collect some insurance. Or, I don't know. He just crashed his car up. You get some random car flips. They catch up to one of the bad guys' car. And did some really good stunt work, like the Gregory Scott Cummins, the white FBI agent struggling with a bad guy, and the driver's been wounded, and they both crash through the back windshield, and they're hanging on. Like, that was some pretty decent work. Like, I gotta give credit to the people. At the very least, the guy, which I don't know, I don't think he directed anything else, but I don't know if they, at the very least, well, I mean, they did say he worked on Power Rangers. I don't say he must have done other stuff. But at the very least, this guy, I want to look up his, the director's credits. And yeah, I don't think he directed anything, but at the very least, like, an action choreographer, John Stewart. And no, not this is a different John Stewart. So I'm looking at what this guy's done, and all filmography. I don't want the app. So he has directed other stuff. Cartel 1990. I've seen that film. That film wasn't that good. Power Rangers Alpha's Magical Christmas. 14 episodes of Power Rangers. Fall Guy, the John Stewart story. Oh, there's a documentary on him? Oh, because he was more of just a stunt guy. And he goes back to Stunt Coordinator on Hard Rock Zombies. Stunt Coordinator on Alien Warrior. Oh shit, if you don't know that, if you can find my friend OCP Communications' review of Alien Warrior, I'm looking for evil. Is there evil? I don't know. We're having the Elm Street remake in the theater. It's that movie, Alien. Wow, he did a stunt coordinator for Alien Warrior. Holy shit. He did stunts for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Okay. Stunt coordinator on Munchies. Oh shit, I remember Munchies. Stunt coordinator, stunt performer on The Hidden. That's a good movie. Stunt coordinator on Deep Space. That's a film I actually don't mind. Rest in peace, Charles Napier. That has a creature that looks like a xenomorph, but with horns. So I thought, oh, it's like the teen xenomorph. Stunts in Death Spa. Stunt player in Phantasm 2. Survival Quest. Phantasm 3. Stunts for Standard Cop. Deadly Tardy with Gary Daniels. Stunt coordinator on Leprechaun 3. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess there's a true life story of one of Hollywood's top stuntmen. Huh. Fall Guy, the John Stewart story. 2007, it says. Oh, it's a movie based on him, and it stars Jason David Frank. I thought this was a documentary, but this is an actual movie? It's just Jason David Frank as... Man, I don't care for Jason David Frank. Wanna know about John... Anyway. He's done other stunts as well. But anyway. Sorry about that detour, but I just wanted to double check on stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things where there's some well done explosions. There's a bit pretty well done. I mean, it's funny when you look at it. After the guy goes through the back windshield with the other guy, and our hero gets on to the truck our other good guys are on, the guy that was wounded wakes up. I guess instead of jumping out of the truck or putting on the brakes, it cuts to a side. I guess he flipped on a car part, which I don't know how that works. I mean, when you just crash, but somehow it made him flip. Because there's a side view where the car flips and it explodes. I swear it explodes before it hits the fucking a trailer, the back of a semi-truck that's parked on the road. I mean, it's a good stunt. It's a good explosion. Yeah, I don't know in the reality of the movie how that all fucking worked, but it's just one of those movies that just... It wasn't boring. It was fast-paced. It wasn't boring. Like I said, it moved pretty quickly. I just wish that the performers, like, there's some, like, Ross Hayden as Drago is pretty over the top. He's dressed as, like a reject for Walter Texas Ranger. But yeah, he's saying he's dressed like this to blend in. He's saying lines like, "My mom deserves the best, and I don't care who I need to kill, but she don't live in style." So this is why Ross Age is doing it for his mom. I mean, like I said, the two leads are there. I just wish they were either written or if they were cast with more efficiency. Like either some recognizable, okay, like if you had Charles Napier from Deep Space, or if you had, and you know, Murdoch from Rambo vs. Part 2. Murdoch coming to you. Like if it was like Charles Napier, if it was a, because you're not going for this low budget film, you're not going to get like a big actor. But if you had, I'm trying to think, you know, that type of thing, like a character actor, I think that could have made the film work even more to my liking. Super spoilers will release one thing to the other. You get to the end. This is one bit where the lead like punches a guy through the window, out the window I should say. Get to a place, William Smith is a turncoat bad guy, they're on a bridge, they have the black guy partner in their car, it's going to blow up if you don't give us the diamonds. The ladies in a pickup truck throwing Molotov cocktails. Good stunts at the end, people being on fire, rolling off the bridge. Ross Hagen's kind of fun as the villain. With some of his lines. Like he tries to leave and he's on this motorcycle and he sees the girl coming at him. He's like, "Look out, you fucking bitch!" But then William Smith shoots and hits him in the back. And then as he goes off, his motorcycle explodes. I don't know why his motorcycle explodes. It just does. And again, good stunt. Give credit. A for stunt work. Or at least A minus. And then the good guy shoots William Smith. And then actual blood squibs. Our three leads make it out with some diamonds and go off their merry way. So yeah, I mean the lady, it's pretty much hot potato. Bad guys grab her, good guys grab her. She's nonchalant about her own safety. She does not know what the word incognito means. These people try to kill you. You're out there singing in front of a country, stage of a country bar. Or, you guys need to relax. The two leads, like I said, they don't have the bad, funny charm of Samurai Cop or the legitimate of, Tango and Cash, the Miami Vice TV show with Don Johnson and or Lethal Weapon, that type of stuff. There's just kind of meh. I mean, these two leads are pretty meh. And that's probably my biggest problem with the film, honestly. Because I can forgive a lot of stuff in these low-budget action films. If you give me enough action, I'm such an action movie fan. If you give me that adrenaline, fast-paced, not boring adrenaline jump, I could forgive a lot of stuff. But like I said, my biggest issue is I wish the two leads had a bit more charisma or a bit more oomph to them or a bit more charm, or again, if they were just better actors or better written characters, like that would help immensely with this. Like, I mean, if this was, I don't know, I mentioned like Charles Napier or some other people, character actors. Eric Roberts, like if you had Eric Roberts in someone, or if you had Mark Singer, the Beastmaster himself, in someone, or if you had, or Or hell, if you rework this and make it a Miami Vice movie. Yeah, there you go. Make it do something, change some stuff, make it a Miami Vice movie. It's Don Johnson, you know, just that'd be pretty cool with these stunt words and fast pace. But anyway, Don Johnson was doing Dead Bang, which is much better than this movie. So there you go. So it's not I mean, I would not pick this up on Blu-ray. It was fun to watch one time. Would I ever watch it again? No. But I will say it wasn't boring. It went fast. There's a B-movie charm to it. It's got a lot of good stunt work. And if you're going to a movie, it lives up to Action USA. There's some good stunt work, good action pieces, car chases, explosions, gunfire. I mean, there's some nice blood squibs, but it could be more intricate in gunplay. Fights. Again, the lead terrorists gotta get their asses kicked if they do fight scenes, so there's that. I don't call it classic, I don't call it underrated gem, but like I said, if you're into action, 80s B-movie charm, it's worth at least one watch, at the very least. I wouldn't pick up the Blu-ray for Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, maybe if somewhere I found it cheap and to look at the features, I'd be curious about the making of the film and how they made it and what went into it. I'd be curious about that. I will say that. It's just, but I'm a sucker for those type of special features. That's why I wish a lot of these special features, like they were available, even if it's for rent, just to at least watch it one time. Because I don't want to pay, you know, 30-some bucks just to watch a special feature or two. You know, just saying. By the way, Action USA, it's fun for what it is. Did not care for the end song. I thought the end song was really lame. That's the thing, I don't remember much of the music in this. Whether that's, you know, good or bad, that's up to you. But the end song, trying to be this 80s action, but I don't know, I didn't give a rat's ass about it. So, I think people could get some laughs, maybe unintentional laughs out of this, and, again, some pretty decent stunts, but wouldn't be my cream of the crop, so to speak, in action movies. But, you know, still a decent, at the very least, a decent time waster. So with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.